I love it. I love some of those movies. But when you look at it, they treated him when they debuted WCW at MGM and like that. They treated him almost like we have a new ride here. It's a new attraction. Like it was a parade for the Hulkster.
I remember that. I remember the parade vividly. I remember watching that on WCW. Yep.
I was talking to, obviously years ago, but I was talking to Kevin Sullivan about it. He hated it because it was like, we're treating this guy like he's bigger than the company already. Like, even though he was Hogan's boy, he was like, this is not a good sign. Like, what? We're like, they're opening up like a park. We got the brand new Hollywood studios, the MGM Grand. It's like treating him almost like he's above it.
Yeah. God, bro, it's funny because you fast forward to, God, bro, when did him and Bischoff come in TNA? 2009? Bro, at that point in his career, Spike TV was handling it the same exact way at that point in Hulk's career in 2009.
Funny, 15 years later, remember they had the big press conference at Madison Square Garden with Hulk, and they made a huge deal about him coming in. And everyone's like, wait, is it going to be wrestling? He's kind of old at this point. Like, what's going on here with the Hulkster? But yeah, you're right. It's Hulk. I guess you have to do all the pomp and circumstances and stuff when he's coming in.
Yeah. It's an unbelievable story, bro. Who's going to play him in the biopic?
I don't know. I remember it was supposed to be Chris Hemsworth, and then that fell through. So yeah, I wonder. Supposedly Ben Affleck is just interested. I don't know about playing Hulk, but he's interested in the story. He's a huge fan. I don't know if you saw the accountant, the press conference thing with him and that guy John Berthnell, the guy who plays the Punisher. They for some reason got off on a tangent, and he's going Junkyard Dog, and he goes Iron Sheik. They're going back and forth with old wrestling names.
That's pretty great. That's great.
And he goes, Nate's your boy Ric Flair. He's like, oh, I love Ric Flair. Oh, my. So Affleck is a big fan. So apparently he wants to do something, I guess, with Hogan, like a story or a movie on him.
Yeah, interesting.
So obviously Hulk he's a huge name. The wrestling isn't great at this point. WCW is like here, WWF's here. It's not, it's not what it's going to be when the NWO. But you slowly but surely see with like Nitro and stuff like, wow, WCW is kind of just as popular as WWF. And it's not because people really know what WCW is. I feel like it's just because everyone saw Hulk, went there and like, oh, this must be the big leagues now. Because even me, who's a huge fan, even me thinking like, I guess WCW is the big leagues now. Like, because you got Hogan, right? I mean, is that like a mindset, do you think?
Well, bro, what happens too is it's funny, bro, because it has happened again. The only problem is AEW hasn't taken advantage of it. Bro, when you look at Nitro and the start of Nitro and, 83 weeks and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bro, a lot of the reason that happened was because at that time, the WWE was so bad. So that really created the open. Bro, I had that same open during the Attitude Era when they beat the NWO into the ground. They didn't know what to do with it anymore, bro. It got to the point of meaning nothing, and that was our opening. Yeah. And I feel in today's wrestling, man, the WWE product, I don't care what anybody says, man, it's not good. I mean, it's all about the pop. They just do things for the pop now. And the door is open for AEW. The problem is that they haven't done anything compelling enough or interesting enough to put the focus on them. But that's what always creates the turn of the tide, John, that opening when all of a sudden the number one show is not as strong as it used to be.
When you're looking at it with Nitro too, because obviously Hogan is on the first couple of Nitros. It's crazy. I was just watching it with a buddy of mine for his podcast, Monday Night Warfare. Throw it out there for you, my buddy Ray. And we were talking about like, wow, Hogan's wrestling on a random Monday night at the Mall of America against Big Bob Rogers, and then he wrestles Luger. Nitro is literally, you could say, oh, great job by Bischoff, but it's literally built on the back of Hogan wrestling in the main events too. It's red and yellow Hulk Hogan. It wasn't as over, obviously, as Hollywood will be, but right. I mean, they're still putting the back of Nitro on Hogan.
John, how old is he at this point?
1995. So what was that, 30 years ago? So he's in his early 40s.
Okay. So he's still got a little gas left in the tank.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
some of the matches, like, you kind of surprised. You see like a jolt at Hogan, like, oh shit, he's, him and Luger, like, oh, they're really going at it. So he still had it, obviously, at this point. He just wasn't, the Hulk of the 80s and
But
maybe
man,
early
that
90s.
goes to show you, like you said earlier, like Vince's cutoff point is like 40, 42, and that's it. And look how long guys are going today. You know what I mean?